that was a strong one. Let's keep going. How do you pick between two amazing books? It sounds just incredible. I literally got full body chills, which would be bonkers, but I also feel like it would be epic. She's thick, she's looking good. The book lineup is gorgeous. I'm so excited. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog and welcome to a TBR video. I feel like February just was a blink. Blink, it was over. I did not get through my entire TBR that we pulled for February. We'll go through that in a second, but I'm so excited for March. I'm so excited to bring in spring. Typically, I'm not a warm weather girly. I really like the cold, but it's been just like a really weird winter with up and down weather in Texas, and I'm kind of just ready for spring. So I'm excited to see what we pull today. If this is your first time stumbling on one of my videos, hi, welcome, I'm Taylor. I'm so glad you're here. I do a lot of lifestyle content that really focuses on self-care, gentle productivity, mindfulness, and there's a lot of bookish content woven in there as well. So if that's your vibe, be sure to stick around and subscribe. I would love to have you here. And if you absolutely love it here, be sure to check out my Patreon. I will have the link to that in the description of this video, but we have a cozy community of girlies over there already. We do have a monthly book club. So if you're looking to join a quaint, safe community where we can chat books and all things self-care, life, being in your 20s, being in your 30s, being in your 40s, whatever age you are, whatever phase you're in, I would love to have you over there. So be sure to check that out. But let's review the books that I pulled in February and the ones that I read and did not read. I'm not going to go through ratings. I'm not going to go through too many details. So if you do want to see any of that, be sure to go back and check out that vlog and my reading vlogs as well, because that's where I really go through and read the books for the month. And I do have an announcement to make at the end of this video for some changes that are going to be coming to my channel in March and some things to expect with reading vlogs and things like that. So be sure to stick around for that. But I will pop up a picture here of the final TBR lineup that we had for February. I did in fact read The Nightingale, A Dowry of Blood, Wuthering Heights, Common Goal, and I'm hoping to finish Onyx Storm today. And not pictured, I did read our book club book for Patreon, which was Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt. And I also did read Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood for another book club that I'm a part of. So it was a good month overall. And I did have some like Infinite Star favorites. And my two top books of the month were The Nightingale and A Dowry of Blood. Infinity Stars, so good. But before we get into the TBR jar, let's go over the books that I am going to be reading for book clubs in March. One of them is Cleat Cute by Meryl Wilsner. I've never heard of this author before. This is for a local book club that I'm a part of. It looks really cute, so we will see. I actually did not read our book for February, and February just was a hectic month, got away from me. And so I'm excited to jump back in and get caught up with the girlies. And then for my Patreon, we're gonna be reading After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She's one of my favorite authors. My husband and I are obsessed with her. We just feel like she cannot write anything bad. We wanna read all of her books. So when the girlies chose this book, I was like, say less. Taylor Jenkins Reid, here we come. So I'm very excited for this one. And these are the books that I did not get to in February. I'm hoping to carry them over, honestly. So I'm just gonna kind of leave them off to the side. I really do need to read Play Along because I was supposed to buddy read this with one of my Patreon girlies and I'm super behind. So I'll probably be starting off March with this one. And I'm very excited. I gotta get back to my boys. I gotta get back to this series. I love this series so much. And I feel like these two are just gonna be very quick reads. I have Normal People by Sally Rooney and The Glittering Edge by Alyssa Belair. I feel like these are just gonna be books that I can eat up in a weekend and just really enjoy them. So I'm gonna set these off to the side. An honorable mention for March, we have to read this. And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. It's one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I'm so excited to read this. First Time Caller was one of my favorite books last year. I mean, oh my gosh, like I need to reread it. Maybe I'll reread that and then read this. I don't know. Rereading books is kind of unhinged when I have like such a long TBR, but I loved it so much. It's worth it 100% if you haven't read it. So we're gonna add this one out the gate. And without further ado, let's get into the TBR jar. We'll give her a good shake. I think I'm going to pull, let's see, I have 1, 2, book club, 3, 4 for sure already. That's without The Glittering Edge and Normal People. I'm not gonna count those for now. So let's pull 5. I feel like that feels good. And I have a couple of books that are not on my TBR cart that I just got that are in my bedroom. So if we pull a prompt, that would be perfect for one of those. I'm gonna grab that. Here we go. I always get nervous. I cannot read what that says. Does that say historical fiction for real, for real? For real, for real? Guys, we're gonna We're gonna fold this up. We're gonna pretend this didn't happen. Okay, just gonna place it over here. That never happened. We're gonna start again. After the Nightingale, I need a break. A little bit longer. I need to read the women. So we'll see how the rest of this video goes. If at the end, I think we should add the women. That prompt is off to the side. We'll come back to it, but we're gonna move on for now. Let's try again. That's upside down. A book with a cover that I love. I already know. Hey baby! The Bright Years by Sarah DeMoff. I literally got this book because the cover is stunning. I was like, I have to have this on my shelf. It's beautiful. That's just one of those feelings that I like to lean into because I feel like books are just art on my shelves, and this is one that I absolutely had to have. It's also super short, and I already have the audio checked out through Libby. We're reading The Bright Years. A book with a cover that I love. All right, that was a strong one. Let's keep going. I'm really hoping to get a thriller. What is it? A book. I cannot read my little viewfinder. I'm not wearing my glasses, and literally you guys are that close. Like don't have terrible vision. Like it's like -1, I think, or -125. And I cannot even read it in the viewfinder. A book from the main shelf. I got it. I literally just had Andrew bring this in here because I was like, I have a feeling I'm gonna pull something like a thriller or just something from the main shelf. My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. I've gotta get on this. I've gotta get on this. This is perfect. I feel like The Bright Years and this are gonna be like a weekend binge reading. I'm doing absolutely nothing, which I need to have in my life soon. That would be wonderful. We're going strong, guys. We're going strong. A book from the main shelf. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. I'm just like putting my hand in and grabbing one. I'm not even like being crazy today. I see what that says. A Dark Academia. Do I have any here? We may actually have to go to the main shelf for that. So we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I think that's how you say that. Do Not Come After Me. Or Vicious by V.E. Schwab. These both sound so, so good. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's read them. Okay, so Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Victor and Eli started out as college roommates, brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognize the same sharpness and ambition in each other. In their senior year, a shared research interest, say that 3 times fast, in adrenaline, near-death experiences, and seemingly supernatural events reveals an intriguing possibility that under the right conditions, someone could develop extraordinary abilities. But when their thesis moves from the academic to the experimental, things go horribly wrong. That sounds amazing. Okay. Ninth House. Galaxy, or Alex Stern, is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Ooh, Yale. Raised in the Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead-end jobs, and much, much worse. In fact, by age 20, she is the sole survivor of a horrific, unsolved multiple homicide. Wow. Some might say she's thrown her life away, but at her hospital's bedside, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most prestigious universities on a full ride. What's the catch, and why her? Still searching for answers, Alex arrives in New Haven, tasked by mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies. Their 8 windowless tombs are the well-known haunts of the rich and powerful. From the high-ranking, this sounds really good, from the high-ranking politicos to Wall Street's biggest players, but their occult activities are much more sinister and more extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive. They tamper with forbidden magic, they raise the dead, and sometimes they prey on the living. How do you pick? How do you pick between 2 amazing books? This is going to be the deciding factor for me because if y'all know, if you've been following, I have a full-time career. And so audiobooks really help me out. Let me see if Vicious. Okay, I have no chance at getting Vicious. Ooh, but I can get Ninth House. So let's go for Ninth House because Vicious is like months and months wait. And I like to have the audio and do an immersive read whenever possible. So Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo it is. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. This is such a stunning book too. I just love the snake on here. I'm so excited for a backdrop of Yale. And I do have the second book, and I think there's going to be a third one. So I'm gonna go ahead and borrow this now. Yeah, I think there's going to be a third one. So we shall see. But all right, we have A Dark Academia. Does that say book over 500 pages? Yes, it does. Okay, The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm itching to read this. I also do need to read the next book in the Magnolia Park series, which is Daisy Hates, and that does not look like 500 pages from here. I also have Direbound, which I think is over 500. We can do Direbound, but I'm checking something actually because I know we pulled historical fiction earlier, and I think I have one that I would like to read. Yeah, you know what? Let's put this one to the side for a second because I do think that I really want to read The Count of Monte Cristo ASAP, but I'm gonna pause that. Let's actually come back to a historical fiction, and let's do Homeseeking. This has been on my shelf for far too long, and it just sounds so beautiful, so incredible. It's by Carissa Chen, and I feel like this is just gonna tick off so many boxes for me. I really want to lean into reading some diverse authors this year, new authors this year, and a lot more contemporary and historical fiction, clearly. So my goal was to have at least one in the stack per month, and I feel like this is gonna be perfect. So Homeseeking, if you have not heard of this, it sounds just incredible. So it says, Hywin is buying bananas at a 99 Ranch Market in Los Angeles when he looks up and sees Suchi, his Suchi, for the first time in 60 years. To recently widowed Hywin, it feels like a second chance, but Suchi has only arrived by refusing to look back. Suchi was 7 when she first met Hywin in her Shanghai neighborhood, drawn by the sound of his violin. Their childhood friendship blossomed into soul-deep love. But when Hywin secretly enlisted into the Nationalist Army in 1947 to save his brother from the draft, she was left with just his violin and a note, "Forgive me." Homeseeking follows the separated lovers through 6 decades of tumultuous Chinese history as war, famine, and opportunity take them separately to the song halls of Hong Kong, the military in camps of Taiwan, the bustling streets of New York, and sunny California, telling Hywin's story from the present to the past while tracing Suchi's from her childhood to the present, meeting in the crucible of their lives. Throughout, Hywin holds his memories close, while Suchi forces herself to look only forward, neither losing sight of the home they hold in their hearts. At once epic and intimate, Homeseeking is a story of family, sacrifice, and loyalty, and of the power of love to endure beyond distance and beyond time. I have chills, like I literally got full body chills. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So for historical fiction, let's do Homeseeking. Let's pull one more, and then if we like this prompt more, we'll go with that. If not, we'll come back to a book over 500 pages and maybe read The Count of Monte Cristo, which would be bonkers. But I also feel like it would be epic. A bright pink one. Here we go, guys. I do not know what that says. A book with a blue cover. Did we just pick one? Yes, we did, in fact. The Count of Monte Cristo does have some blue, but out the gate, I'm looking at Heavenly Bodies. I've been really wanting to read Heavenly Bodies. Randomly as well, I've been wanting to read A Curse of Blood and Wolves. So I'm thinking let's come back to A Count of Monte Cristo because it's a chunker. All right, so let's pick between these two. Now, this is part of a trilogy. I believe it's going to be a trilogy, and the second book does come out this year. It's super short. I do already have the Libby, like the audio suspended on Libby, so I could just honestly unsuspend it and listen to it probably pretty quickly. It's a short book, 373 pages. It sounds really, really good. This is supposed to be like a dark reimagining of Little Red Riding Hood. Heavenly Bodies, I do also have the second book on my shelf, and this one I did want to read in the first few months of the year. This is like a bit heavier romantasy. So let's see what we have so far, and I feel like that will help us make a choice. I am also leaning towards keeping The Count of Monte Cristo because I'm feeling a little bit unhinged. So we've got a good lineup so far. We have a historical fiction, which is going to emotionally kill us. We have a dark academia, which is going to be thrilling and fun. We have a thriller, which is just going to be delicious. Then we have a book with a cover that I love, which is a contemporary fiction. And I think it's also going to break my heart. So 2 on the docket that are already going to break my heart, romances. And not going to lie, I should pick up Daisy Hates. So we're gonna put back the book over 500 pages for now. We're gonna put back A Count of Monte Cristo. If only, I was like, you know what, maybe we should check out Daisy Hates and see if it has some blue on it. The binding is green, but let's see really quick. Oh shit, guys, it's blue. It's blue-green. It's blue and green. It's blue. I think this might have to take the cake because I've already put getting back to this series off for too long. And let me just confirm. Why do I keep on doubting that this is the second book? Why wouldn't it go, like, why it's gonna keep us on a cliffhanger with Magnolia, which is bonkers. So it does go Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates, yep. Then The Long Way Home. So I'm just gonna be unsure what happens to Magnolia for another book. Yep, it's gonna go back and forth. Of the three, should I go with Heavenly Bodies? Yes, probably. Because this is like a good filler book that I could pick up whenever. But I'm leaning towards Daisy Hates. We already have romance. We don't really have any fantasy. Am I in the mood? Let's put them both on. Yeah. Since we're not going to be crazy with Monte Cristo, let's put these both on the TBR. This feels good. I think I can tackle them both. We're going to put A Curse of Blood and Wolves back on the cart. And we have a really good lineup because I feel like we need like a fantasy would be good to have. And this is going to be really quick. Like the way that I ate up Magnolia Parks in a day, I think it was like a day or two sittings. I'm going to eat this one up too. We have our stack. She's thick. She's looking good. Yay. She's perfect. This is such a good lineup. Is March going to be incredible? Yes. Yes, it is. It's going to be a longer month. Thank goodness. Spring is coming. Hopefully it's not hot as balls here in San Antonio and the weather is gorgeous. The book lineup is gorgeous. Let's go put these on the TBR shelf. I'm so excited. And before you guys go, quick announcement. I am going to be changing my posting schedule to a 2-1. So basically what that means for the channel is that I am going to be posting every Sunday. That will stay consistent, but I'll be posting every other Wednesday, a little bonus video instead of twice a week. This just aligns better with my goals to stay balanced and fulfilled this year. And so stay tuned for those changes. And you may not be seeing any reading vlogs. So far, they are not seeming like the most popular pick, but there will be some reading incorporated into bookish vlogs, and then there will be exclusive reading vlogs over on Patreon if you decide to go check that out. But that can always change. We will see how March goes. But thank you guys so much again for being here, and I'll see you in the next cozy vlog.